What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic. Y'all know what it is. And we went live earlier, kind of talking and chopping it up about the first half of the boxing matches for Showtime and the show that they did, and it definitely got my attention. Most of the fights I already knew, and some of them were official. So we're gonna get on a little video roll here. We're gonna talk about some of these more important fights, in my opinion, that I pick and choose out, maybe 2 or 3 videos, and mess some of these fights together. But don't forget, the podcast links in the description. Subscribe to the podcast so you can get the latest fight breakdowns and predictions and post-fight reaction to live shows I do with the brothers. And so you ain't got to just sit there and look at the YouTube screen all day or pay for YouTube Red. But we here, and most definitely, this is the first fight I'm going to get into. I like the matchup, and most of the videos will be about this length. And, we can tell by first look that Hurd is towering over Erislandy Lara. He's wide, he's big. I mean, a lot of the brothers are saying that he got the frame of a light heavyweight, and he's very, very big. And this is 1 or 2 fights that I believe people are hoping and praying and wishing more than they going with logic. On with the logical thought that in one fight that Badou Jack beat Stevenson for obvious reasons. When I get into that video, we talk about it. And Hurd being Lara. A lot of people don't like Lara because of his style. And this is to me a breakthrough fight for whoever wins this fight. And most people say, well, Lara is already broken through. But I think Lara can become more exciting. This is going to mirror the Alfredo and Gulo fight. Lara is going to show some power that a lot of people don't know he got. And he might have to punch a little bit more in combination like he did with Angulo. Because Angulo dropped him twice. Which, reportedly, Lara had never been down, period. And he made Lara spew fire. And when Lara started punching, he started hurting Angulo. And Lara is has very underrated puncher power. And Ronnie Shields used to speak on that. In Gulo fight, he flashed it. But you have to make Lara, be an offensive fighter. And a lot of people say, oh, he moves, he runs, and they say that about runners. But it's up to the opposing fighter to know what they're going against and know how to cut the ring off and stop that. And I believe Jarrett Hurd has been working on head movement and closing the distance. And this is going to be a fun fight, in my opinion. This is going to be one of the more potent fights here. Obviously, a lot of the brothers, we favor Erislandy Lara, and myself as well right now. But, Jarrett Hurd is the homie, man. I've been following him, from, early on in his career. Not too early, but most early before he became on big time on Showtime. And I believe in him, man. I believe that he can get the job done. I believe he's working and getting better. And I believe he might can break down the old Erislandy Lara in the later rounds. But it's the point, can he continue to take the punches that he's taking? And I believe that Lara is a bigger puncher than mostly everybody he's fought on television, probably other than Tony Harrison. Harrison is known as a big puncher as well. Their power may be comparable. But the thing about it is, for Lara, this is going to be entertainment value. This is going to be a fight that kind of breaks the boring stigma. Hopefully, he never gets back into that boring stigma again. And Hurd is going to make him fight every minute of every round. He's going to have to move his hands. And if he fails to move his hands in this new boxing era of pressure fighters get the kudos because they come forward and make the pressure, no matter if they fight 3 minutes or 45 seconds or effective or not effective, just as long as they're showing the ring generalship of coming forward. Lara's going to have to, put some, punches on Hurd. And that's what makes this fight fun. Lara's going to have to be offensive at most points in this fight because Hurd is bringing the heat. And Lara's going to have to bring some heat as well. And I think this is one of the better fights that's coming on Showtime. And it's just a blessing to have a great fights like this. And I'm pretty sure ESPN and HBO are going to come with some good ish as well. Some of them may be on the same dates, just when you got the time slots available, that's how it go. But it's definitely a gift for the boxing fans right here. Classic boxing puncher in Lara, mover versus your classic pressure fighter in Hurd. And the beauty of this fight is Hurd can hit Hurt and stop Lara at any given time. And Lara's going to be walking Hurd into shots. And can Hurd take the shots? And can Lara take the pressure? I mean, this is going to be a highly entertaining fight for the value. And I'm interested to see what venue this falls on. It's going to be April 7th on Showtime. It's going to be the main event. It's looking for a venue. I said on the live stream, probably going to be somewhere on East. It might be in the D.C. Armory. We know Jarrett Hurd is from that area. And, Lara really don't have a home other than Houston. And I would say if one of the Charlo Tunes was on the card, that's the co-main, then I say this fight probably would have went to Houston or somewhere in Texas. But I think it's going to stay on the East Coast. I think it's going to be at the D.C. Armory or that little new casino or somewhere they got in Maryland, somewhere down there where Gary Russell fought all boy. So that's my thoughts on this. We're going to get into another one and another one in another one. So no, I'm get into another fight. I'm gonna get my first official point of view on that, and we're gonna keep it rolling, man. Boxing is back. Usually, historically, what's all the hoopla about this is historically the first quarter of boxing is very slow. A lot of fighters enjoying the holidays and getting back in shape, but it's been historically fast for the last 2 years, and it's definitely Christmas for the boxing fans. We gone.